Hi everyone, this is Nasta 617. I'm going to give you a little room tour, room 2155 at the Plaza Hotel and Casino. This room is in the South Tower, which happens to be the tower the pool is attached to. So I made a specific request for the South Tower. Now when you're checking in, they do have self-service kiosks to check in, but I don't believe you're able to choose towers or anything specific. It's just quick check-in. So I usually go to the desk because if I'm staying here, this is my third time staying here, I prefer to be in the tower that has access, easier access to the pool, even though it is a bit of you have to go through the casino with your luggage and all that, but that's just one of the trade-offs. So let's just take a look here. So you got a little love seat here for just sitting around. I really like this old school photo of the Plaza. This is a king bed. This is just a standard room, no upgrades or anything. This mattress here is fairly soft. I personally prefer a firm bed, so people that like a softer mattress will probably really appreciate that. The room is very basic. It's a lot of tan. It's certainly not exciting with its decoration. It's pretty much as bland as you can get, and I don't mean to say that in a negative way or anything. The TV, it's pretty standard. Not the biggest one I've seen, but also not the smallest. It should suffice if you do that at all. Okay, so there's no fridge or mini bar. I thought there was going to be a fridge in there. It looks like they took them out, so that's nothing. You got some drawers here. You got a nice little desk here. I personally like this chair. It's a nice, firm, comfortable one. If you're sitting at the desk doing anything. Now, I said this is in the South Tower, on the 21st floor. I've got a view overlooking the pool here. I could probably be a little pervy and zoom in if I wanted, but I don't really need to do that. So as far as views go, I mean, this is about as decent as you can really get. This is a smoking room. And there's definitely a noticeable lingering smoke smell in the room. I kind of regret choosing that now. I don't smoke myself, but she told me that this had the better view of the pool and all that, so it's not a big deal to me. I don't spend a lot of time in the room. But if you do detest the smell of smoke, you probably don't want to choose a smoking room if you don't have to. As you can see, the Circa over there, progress is really being made on that. Looking forward to when that does get open. I'm sure I'll be spending a lot of time there. So the canopy is right there. Like I said, my third time staying here. I do really like it here. Nothing very exciting or anything, but it's a very good value hotel. Coming over here, we've got the sink area, which is separated. The toilet and tub and shower are in a different little room. I don't really like this setup, and particularly if you can see, this is one of those really cramped areas, particularly if you're a larger person, because there is just not much room for closing that door, and it can be a little awkward. That's one of the mini gripes I have here. I also am not a big fan of the closet area being within here, but those are just little things. Nothing I would mark down the hotel for. You got the wall safe here. I prefer the more horizontal one, but this is it's a safe, so do with that what you will. Ironing board, I always get a lot of use out of those. Another just very little gripe I have is you can see there's a outlet down there, and then there's an outlet right there, and then one in the bathroom. Those are really the only outlets you have. There's no USB ports or anything, so there's not a lot of plug-in room. I just came from the Tuscany where there were plugs aplenty. So, you know, if you have a lot of devices, it's kind of limited, but again, that's just minor stuff and probably shouldn't affect your view of the hotel. I definitely recommend it here. It's often overlooked, but for the budget traveler, it's very much worth it. I'm going to try and do a tour of the pool. I'm not always comfortable doing stuff like that. If I do, I'm going to add that to the end of this video, as well as any other thoughts that might come up. But thank you for viewing this. Please check out my other vlogs. Like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate any comments. They help me out. I'm new to this, so I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Alright guys, so I apologize if the editing is a little choppy on this, but when I came back to the room, I saw that I did overlook something, and that is here, right next to the bed, is a alarm clock radio, and there's actually 2 power outlets as well as 2 USB ports on there. So I apologize, earlier in this room tour I said there were no USBs and there were very limited outlets, so that's a plus. So I'll just insert this in here, and just another good thing about this room. Alright. Alright, and so this is the pool area at the Plaza. It's accessible from the 5th floor of the South Tower, which I mentioned during the room walkthrough. You do need to go through the South Tower to get to the pool, so you know, if that's important to you, you might as well request a room in the South Tower, unless you want to walk through the casino and, you know, your bathing stuff. But a lot of dead space here. But it's nice, big and open. It's not the biggest, pool, but it's something. Some cabanas. Got a bar over there. Not sure if the shadow's blocking it. I don't really want to do a walkthrough with all the people in the pool and everything, but it's not a bad area. Again, it's not the hugest, so you probably do need to get here early if you want to secure a seat at the lounger. I'm not sure if I'll end up using it at all, but as far as downtown options go, it's definitely one of the better. You know, Golden Nugget, it's probably the best pool area, but super crowded. And downtown Grand has a nice one, which I'll be going to in a few days. So hope you enjoyed. I'll speak with you. So just coming back again, I kind of glossed over this or didn't mention it at all, but there's some tennis courts over here. A lot of tennis courts, actually. I wonder if they're ever used, but there's also this nice little sitting area. It's under the shade there, so it's a good spot to, you know, get out of the sun if you just want to have a few drinks. And also, I said you got to get here early to get a lounger. And as I was saying that, I didn't realize like half the loungers are empty, so you know, maybe I misspoke on that. But it is getting pretty late in the day. It's almost 5 o'clock. Another thing I didn't show you, they have these pool suites. So if you get one of these rooms, it's got this area that opens up directly into the pool area that's off limits for anyone else. So again, something you might want to consider if the pool is important to you. And that should wrap things up. If I have anything else, I'll add it at the end.